Something inside you, something that guides you, makes you feel whole. Tragic, with a flair for dramatic, withholding the magic. You're feeling your bone. Follow you down. Follow you down. I wanna see right through you. I wanna hollow you out. Follow you down. Follow you down. You wanna pull me under, and I wanna follow you down.
Lately, I have had to deal with something that has really opened my eyes on how much we have ruined the land. And when I hear, but it will most certainly heal itself, my answer is always a question, really. Yes, but what are we gonna do in the meantime? Since healing, as every kind of healing, takes time. In one of those days when I asked myself, what are you gonna do in the meantime? Our God, Jur, pierced the silence with powerful words. Humans have destroyed the habitats for animals even up here in the remote Arctic. What was once available at the root of mountains is now available on top of the mountains, where human steps have not reached. We belong in the shade of a tree for a reason, but no, of course we wanted the spotlight, and now there is nothing to defend us against environmental change. What you're gonna see now, it's gonna look like the most perfect view ever, where humans are in nature engaging with the surroundings, but to us, this is the most horrifying view and experience ever. It is incredible what you have to do these days for finding the white moss reinlove for the reindeer. It's really not easy, really not easy. We have really screwed up our planet, sadly, and this is the result, that reinlove doesn't grow back. It takes an ocean of time. The biomass is extremely, extremely thin. And the only places where it is left is just really the sides of the mountains. So you have to climb, exposing yourself, of course, to a series of risks, and that is the story. That is the story of reindeer herders, how to provide love for their reindeer. It's becoming more and more difficult with each and every passing year. The problem is also that we get to tread areas that we shouldn't really hike. It's a reindeer district, so we should have respect for the areas that should be walked just by the reindeer, and by walking those trails constantly, for hiking, for picnics and things like these, throughout the years, the biomass of the moss has gotten thinner and thinner. Many times, guys, you have asked me what is the type of gear that we would have, up here. when we go out on the mountain or harvesting love rather than whatever, looking at the reindeer, whatever. Actually, there is utility belts. It's something that it's extremely important because you always want to have a knife, and you always want to have the possibility to hang a second knife and other things that you might need, you know. And then for sure, I would say that something that is very important is the correct shoes. So in this season, we would use something that looks like this. But yeah, if you asked me what is the thing that you wouldn't go out, most certainly I would tell you a utility belt. That is for sure. It's something that I wouldn't dare to go outside without. There is a brand that I profoundly trust, both Daniel and I. It's called Arctic Labu. It's from Kautokeino in Finnmark, and we have great trust that their products are entirely handmade, made with great care, you know. And so for sure this would be my advice for all those who have asked me for outdoorsy gear. Just want to show you how we finished off the fence, the entrance to our land, and we used two skis on the sides just to honor also the old way, the old ways of herding reindeer that was done at the time on skis. And then we have put this beautiful piece of wood. It is immensely strange shape-wise. Kallt här. We found lots of beautiful things at we call them loppies. It's second-hand markets, and we have one here on the island. We found cute things. Danny, did we find beautiful things? You said, ooh, what that? I'll show you better. I wanted to show you what we found. This wonderful reindeer skin. It's like a calf, you know, skin. Two hand-knitted leg warmers, and then we found some beautiful blankets, one black for me, almost unused, and one in rich brown. I just wanted to show you this beautiful cute new little product that is going to be in our little shop online and physical. There. These ones are little ragdolls inspired by me. As you can see, they have Isa on the forehead and a beautiful reindeer antler pendant. They have been made in Trondheim by the daughter of Daniel, my beautiful stepdaughter Luna. Entirely handmade by her. Look at her black dress. I have to say that there is some sort of resemblance. They also have green eyes. This is the prototype, and it's the one that is going to stay with me. I'm genuinely honored to have something like this on my altar. Several have been adopted. We have, I think, just 5 or 6 remaining right now, and so I'm so happy that people are adopting these. Thank you to the ones who have done that. I think in time Luna will make more, but for now there is very few available. Simplicity is truly a state of mind. It has nothing to do with impoverishment. It is a place instead of great riches and raw connections. Spirituality, our connection with the gods, is not complex. We humans are complex. When I look at my connection to this or that God, I always feel I have to find the simplest way to look at it, the simplest way to feel it. My job as a videographer has taught me the necessity to use the right lens to capture my visions. This I apply to my life and spirituality as well. And simplicity has for sure been the right lens to find the truths among the chaos. It is the lens that has showed up close that some knots don't need untying, they need cutting, because some details are there to distract from the essential. Chaos, confusion, a stressful approach had never been masters of information, and looking at the gods through the wrong lens will only bring forward failure and a complexity that doesn't need to be there. When I look at what surrounds me, the now growing grass, the first leaves on trees, the antlers of Esme that are starting to scratch before the shedding, I see that none of this has a why attached to it. So my best advice, my friends, is stop thinking, start beholding, and scratch where it itches. This last one is really a gift from my reindeer friend, Esme.